craft that, yeah, not a lot of people have a stomach for, have a tenacity for.
Car crashes are life or death situations. A group of CHP investigators gives a sneak peek into the difficult work of figuring out what happened. Thanks for joining us for the news at 6. I'm Richard Gearhart.
And I'm Karina Corral. Math and physics are key elements to figuring out what happened in a crash investigation. But not every officer is able to solve the case.
A small elite crash investigation team in San Luis Obispo has a big impact on how major crashes are reviewed. KSBY News reporter Megan Abundis has the exclusive report.
They're called the MAIT team. These specialized CHP officers have to go through very intensive training to specifically break down what happened in a crash. There are only 40 full-time investigators in California. They're essentially the unicorns of the law enforcement world. These elite officers solve cases other officers can't. They've responded to multiple incidents in our area, including the death of firefighter Ryan Osler near Lompoc and multiple crashes along highways 46 and 166. Recently, right here on the Nahoe grade, a crash involving a CHP officer that shut down the 101 for hours.
When people run into us, they've never seen our emblem. They've never heard of MAIT, most people.
These CHP investigators are like nothing you've ever seen before, crawling underneath cars, snapping photos at every angle, and chalking tire skid marks in the middle of a highway, all for in-depth coverage of a scene.
This is a craft that, yeah, not a lot of people have a stomach for, have a tenacity for. It's very technical. We spend a lot of time reading, a lot of time studying. You have to be physics minded, you have to be mathematically minded.
They only respond when it's something big, maybe 5 crashes a year.
There's a narrow set of criteria for which we have to respond to instantly. Officer involved pursuits or fatals, officer involved shootings, officer involved deaths, plane crashes, or anything that really exceeds the ability for the local area to handle.
A small team is based here. They respond to crashes from the LA County line north to the San Jose city limits, covering more than 300 miles. They are the state experts in collision reconstruction.
I love figuring out exactly what happened. With MAIT, you get to find out the how and the why.
So we spent a lot more time taking photos. We spent a lot more time looking at the roadway marks, the evidence, the scars, the skids, and everything else in the road, so that we can put it together to formulate an opinion.
They analyze everything using math and physics, then offer an opinion to the district attorney's office, often testifying to juries.
We are geeks, we are dorks, we like math and physics and things that other people don't necessarily want to spend the time, that they shy away from.
They don't write tickets, they don't give life-saving aid, but they do help get justice for families who are hurting.
The end result of being able to put people away for a long period of time when they've committed a crime and are guilty of it, there's satisfaction that comes with that.
These are the people who figure out if you are wearing your seatbelt, how fast you were driving, or if something happened with the car's motor functions. They also respond to cold scenes too, so when a county wants to go to trial years after an event, they go back and recreate the scene. In the studio, I'm Megan Abundis, KSBY News.
All right, Megan, thank you. These MAIT team investigators make up 1% of the California Highway Patrol's force. They go through double the amount of training compared to a normal CHP officer.